What's up? I'm Ashley Moan, Holstein Association's Communication Coordinator, and in this episode we have Gordie Cook, the Board President. Welcome, Gordie. Can you explain how you got involved with the Registered Holstein and your farm?
Um, I would say it's fairly safe to say, I guess I was born into it. My family had registered Holsteins when I was young, and I got involved with 4-H and followed up through.
Did you show some Registered Holsteins?
Yeah, we showed in 4-H, of course, as a kid with my older sister, and then my younger brothers actually showed as well. And then we phased out for quite a while showing, but then we started showing with the herd, and we were very competitive at one time in our state show and our regional shows here, small fairs.
So what now? Who's operating your farm and?
Well, now the farm is operated by myself and my son.
Okay.
And I know this. My son has a quote when I say, we should do something. He'll look at me very squarely and say, "Dad, what do I got? A mouse in my pocket?" He gets left doing an awful lot of things when I've been involved with the board business and some of the duties I have as president. But so Hank and I do. Hank's married, and his wife now runs the store that my wife started quite a while ago. We started the store in 1998, our ice cream stand.
Mm-hmm.
And Hank has got 5 kids. The oldest 2 are now in college.
Oh.
The youngest girl, 14 years old, Annalise, helps us a lot. She just is she's one of our troopers. And then Gordie the fourth he's coming along, and when he's here, he's a pretty good man on a bobcat.
Good.
That's who runs the farm. We have a little bit of help. We have some college kids part-time, and when I'm gone, I have a good friend of mine that comes and helps Hank, get stuff done when I have to be gone for a few days.
So looking at your dairy and your registered Holsteins, what's your ideal registered Holstein? What does she look like for your farm or in your mind?
Well, the cows, the cows that we like, obviously all have to milk. We like a high degree of components too in our pedigree, and that's important to us. But our cows, they need to be rough. This is a hard hotel. I mean, our cows. They have to be tough. They have to have enough width, enough strength. Hopefully hopefully a cow's got good udder, with plenty of width in that as well, good feet and legs, and we breed for that. We like cows that can get up, get down, and get out, move around, have enough athleticism. Occasionally we have issues, but that wasn't plan A.
Right. So you mentioned some of your grandchildren are involved and help around the farm. So on your free time, besides dairy farming and being the board president, what do you enjoy hobby-wise, or when you have a free second, what do you like to do?
Lately, a lot of my time is spent reading and keeping up. And the grandchildren I mentioned are 5. We have 6 others.
Okay.
4 other ones that are fairly close by, and 2 that live down near D.C. I don't go to visit them a whole lot when the ones that are down there, although I do once in a while if I get reason to. But they're here, and we do stuff with them. One of my hobbies, I guess, is and I don't do it as much as I really like to, but I like to go after mushrooms.
Oh.
I have my favorite one is a mushroom called hen of the woods, and I know most every oak tree that I ever found a hen of the woods under, and so if I go
Wow.
looking, I go to where I've usually found them, because they usually come back.
So what do you do with those mushrooms? Do you cook
Eat
them,
them,
or?
I'll eat them. Yeah,
Okay.
give a few away. I mean, I'm not. I don't get millions of them, but
Right.
it's just something I like to do. I like to fish when I get a chance, but I haven't done a lot of that lately, but that's something I like to do. I'm not a golfer.
Okay.
My handicap would be golf, but my son likes to hunt quite a bit. I don't mind it at all. But I don't really have time, and somebody usually has to stay home when the hunting time, and I don't. I'm fine
But
with
you
that.
hunt mushrooms.
Well, yeah, yeah.
All right. Being the board member, before you were board president, what did you most enjoy being a board member?
Well, the internet when I first started, obviously I had no idea. I had an idea of what it would entail, but I think the camaraderie of and the way the board gets along and progresses, for the good of our breed. It's just amazing to me. I was on the board for 6 years and then off for 3 before I ran for vice president. And so I'm now in my last hurrah. I'll be done in June of this year, and it's there's been a lot of people, an awful lot of people, a lot of different people have been present in that time, but it's been good. It's been positive. I don't have a negative thing, about my involvement, with the association. Tremendous, board members that I was, on the board with or on the board currently, all very involved in their own aspects of the business as well as for the betterment of the Holstein Association.
So what years were you on as a board member?
Oh, Ashley, you're pushing me here. Well, this is 16, so I'll be done in 17. So 17, 16, 15, 14 would have dealt with the vice president part of it. Off for 3, so that's 13, 12, 11. So I guess 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
Okay.
Done backwards.
Yeah, that's okay.
I hadn't had that one ready for you, but.
Yeah, I was just curious. Okay.
Yeah, I remember, and if those dates are wrong, I remember I got on the board first in Omaha, Nebraska, and I got elected to vice president in Indiana.
So jumping ahead a few years, when you became president,
Yes.
what have you enjoyed about that position and that role?
Well, it's been good. Some of it has been some of it's been a little stressful. I mean, there's time away when you're still actively involved in a small farm. It makes sometimes a little bit harder. I guess I would consider the two of those together. I was very fortunate when I started to be vice president for. Excuse me. I was when Glenn was president. It made it very enjoyable for me to be vice president. And then as I've become president, I have the benefit of having Boyd Schaffelberger, being my vice president, and he's been helpful to me, and hopefully I haven't gone too far away from Glenn's leadership. He certainly was a tremendous mentor, and but it's been a good time. I've enjoyed representing us. Hopefully I've done so appropriately. I've traveled more than I probably ever would have without this position, and gone to places that I've really enjoyed, places that are involving the Holstein cow, and it's amazing to me, whether it's Sapporo, Japan, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, somewhere on the far western, where ATA is, in Visalia, and the people involved, and the common interest. I would be remiss if I didn't mention Cuautro, Mexico. I mean, so many people involved in this business that have a passion for the cow, and have just enjoy people involved in their business. It's been and I'm sure I've missed a lot of places in my comments, but.
And you enjoyed sharing your passion as well in those different places.
Oh, absolutely. And it, you know, of course, our neighbors to the north, the Canadians, they're good friends and good competitors.
Yes,
And,
indeed.
Yeah.
So where do you see the association going in maybe 5 to 20 years, along those lines?
Well, 5 to 20, that's a pretty big jump,
It
but
is.
I mean, it's fairly obvious whether one wants to hear it or wants to think it. You know, that there are fewer and fewer producers that are larger and larger. I mean, I don't know exactly the number, but I'm sure it's less than 5% of our producers now make over 50% of the milk, and that's been a little bit of a change from what I remember younger. Actually, what I remember when I first started on the board, and the price of milk has a lot to do with a lot of things as far as demand, and rising tides lift all boats, and most people seem a little happier, obviously, and there's more demand for cattle, and there's more uh, people feeling better about the business. But it is a business. It's something nobody makes us do. Certainly nobody makes me do it. I do it because I enjoy it,
Right.
and I love cows. I do.
Yes. So speaking of cows all the time, what's your favorite memory? Maybe with the Holsteins or the dairy business, or
Oh, I have lots of I don't know what I call rocket chair moments. I think I sit back and I smile about different things. We've been very fortunate. We've been blessed with a pretty good bunch of cows that have been good to us.
Yep.
And when we showed, we did good. We had a long run at Premier Breeder at our state show, and that was very satisfying and satisfying to all of us. We kind of and even other people in the state. I mean, you go, you're friends, but you compete, and that's a good thing. One specific moment, I don't know that there's one, but there's certainly a lot of really good memories in this business, and hopefully there's a few more to come.
I'm sure there are, definitely lots more. Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you for answering my questions. Thanks for joining us on another episode of What's Up. Tune in next week for another episode. Thanks.